Have you ever wondered if you're actually doing okay financially? Not compared to a millionaire on the internet, and not compared to the person who somehow seems to have everything figured out by 29. I mean, compared to real households, in real age groups, using real net worth data, because it is very easy to feel behind when you only see the highlight reel version of other people's money. But a benchmark can give you a calmer way to look at the question. In this video, we're going through net worth by age, but the goal is not to shame anyone. The goal is to understand where people tend to stand at different life stages and what you can do next. Net worth is everything you own minus everything you owe. It includes savings, investments, retirement accounts, home equity, and other assets, but it also subtracts credit card debt, student loans, car loans, mortgages, and any other money you owe. Here is a simple example. If someone has $20,000 in savings, $40,000 in retirement accounts, and a car worth $10,000, that is $70,000 in assets. But if they also have a $15,000 car loan and $5,000 in credit card debt, they owe $20,000. So their net worth is $70,000 minus $20,000, which equals $50,000. That one number tells you more than salary alone because a high income can still disappear if too much of it is already promised to bills and debt. Before we go age by age, there is one important detail. Average and median are not the same. The average can be pulled way up by a small number of very wealthy households. The median is the household right in the middle, so it is often a better reality check for normal people. If the average seems impossibly high, that does not automatically mean you are failing. It may just mean a small number of very wealthy households are stretching the average upward. This is also why the median will be the number I lean on most in this video. The average is still useful because it shows how much wealth exists in the group overall, but the median is usually better for asking, where does the middle household stand? That distinction matters a lot with net worth because wealth is not spread evenly. For households under 35, the median net worth is commonly cited around $39,000 using the latest survey of consumer finances data. That number may still sound high if you are dealing with student loans, rent, a starter salary, moving costs, or just the reality that you have not had much time to build assets yet. The important thing to remember is that early net worth is heavily affected by debt and time. Someone with a modest salary but no consumer debt can sometimes be in a stronger position than someone making more but carrying expensive balances. The tip for this stage is to build the floor before chasing the ceiling. That means a small emergency fund, avoiding high-interest credit card debt, and starting the habit of investing something automatically. It does not have to be impressive at first. Even $100 or $200 a month matters because you are building the habit of keeping part of every paycheck. The goal under 35 is not to look rich. The goal is to avoid decisions that make the next decade harder. A good simple target is to get 1 month ahead on bills before trying to optimize every investment decision. Once you have that breathing room, the next surprise expense is annoying instead of financially dangerous. That is what a floor is supposed to do. It keeps 1 bad week from becoming 6 bad months. From ages 35 to 44, the median net worth is around $135,000. This is the stage where the numbers start to split more noticeably. Some households are still recovering from debt, while others are building retirement accounts, brokerage accounts, home equity, or business assets. It is also the stage where life often gets more expensive. Housing, cars, kids, travel, insurance, furniture, subscriptions, and all the normal costs of adulthood begin competing for the same paycheck. The tip for ages 35 to 44 is to protect the gap between what you earn and what you spend. This is where raises can quietly disappear. If your take-home pay goes up by $500 a month, that raise can become freedom, or it can become a nicer car payment, more takeout, and a slightly more expensive lifestyle. You do not have to save every extra dollar, but decide where part of the raise goes before your lifestyle absorbs it. That is how income growth turns into net worth growth. The easiest way to do this is automation. If the money moves to savings or investments on payday, you do not have to negotiate with yourself at the end of the month. By then, the money usually has a job already, and that job is often not your future. By ages 45 to 54, the median net worth is around $247,000. For many households, these are peak earning years, or at least the years when income is much stronger than it was in the 20s and 30s. But this is also where a good income can hide weak progress. If you earn enough, you can keep making the payments, keep the household running, and keep things looking fine from the outside, even if your net worth is not growing as much as it should. The tip for ages 45 to 54 is to know your real savings rate. If you make $120,000 a year and save or invest $12,000, your savings rate is 10%. If you save or invest $24,000, your savings rate is 20%. This number matters because it tells you how much of your income is actually turning into future freedom. If you feel behind in this age range, the answer is usually not panic. It is clarity. How much is being saved? How much is being invested? And which big payments are slowing you down? This is also a good time to be careful with new long-term commitments. A new car loan, a bigger house, or a lifestyle upgrade may feel affordable today, but it can quietly steal the money that would have helped you catch up. In this age range, flexibility is valuable. From ages 55 to 64, the median net worth is around $364,000. This is where retirement planning needs to become much more specific. Some households have retirement accounts, home equity, and other assets. Others have income but not enough saved, and many people feel anxious because retirement is close enough to feel real, but still unclear enough to avoid. The worst move at this stage is refusing to look at the numbers because they feel stressful. The tip for ages 55 to 64 is to turn retirement into a monthly number. Start with what you expect to spend each month, then subtract reliable income sources like Social Security, pensions, rental income, or part-time work. If you expect to spend $5,000 a month and Social Security covers $2,500, your portfolio needs to help cover the other $2,500. That is a clearer problem than simply saying you need to be rich. Specific math gives you options. Once you know the monthly gap, you can test different choices. What happens if you work 2 more years? What happens if the mortgage is paid off first? What happens if you downsize, delay Social Security, or keep a small part-time income? Those options only become clear when the numbers are specific. For households 65 and older, net worth is often higher because people have had more time to build retirement accounts, home equity, and other assets. But this stage is different because the main question changes. Earlier in life, the focus is usually how to build more. Later in life, the question becomes how to use what you have wisely. A high net worth does not automatically create peace of mind if the money is hard to access, poorly planned, or tied up in ways that make everyday life stressful. The tip for age 65 and beyond is to protect flexibility. That means keeping enough cash for near-term needs, being thoughtful about when to claim Social Security, avoiding oversized withdrawals during bad markets, and planning for healthcare and housing costs. It also means being careful before taking on major new obligations for adult children or lifestyle pressure. At this stage, the goal is not to win a net worth contest. The goal is to make the money support the life you actually want. So, are you ahead or behind? The honest answer is that net worth is useful, but it is not the whole story. You can be ahead on paper and still feel stressed. You can be behind the median and still be moving in the right direction. You can have a high income and low net worth, or a normal income and excellent habits. Use these numbers as a benchmark, not a verdict. Under 35, build the floor. From 35 to 44, protect the gap. From 45 to 54, make income turn into progress. From 55 to 64, turn retirement into a monthly number. And after 65, protect flexibility. And remember, the benchmark is not destiny. A person behind the median who saves consistently may be in a better direction than someone above the median who is taking on debt and adding stress every year. Direction matters. Wherever you are, the next move matters more than the old mistake. If your net worth is negative, getting back to zero is a real milestone. If your net worth is positive but small, consistency is the goal. If your net worth is growing every year, protect the system that is working. Track your net worth once a month, watch the trend, and focus on making that trend a little better each year. That trend is what changes your life.